Today we start the final part of the Kama Sutra. This is part 7 and it is called About the Means to Attract Others to Yourself. So the first chapter is called On Personal Adornment, on Subjugating the Hearts of Others, and on Tonic Medicines. When a person fails to obtain the object of his desires by any of the ways previously related, he should then have recourse to other ways of attracting others to himself. Now, good looks, good qualities, youth, and liberality are the chief and most natural means of making a person agreeable in the eyes of others. But in the absence of these, a man or woman must have resort to artificial means, or to art. And the following are some recipes that may be found useful. An ointment made of the Tabernamontana coronaria, the Costus speciosus, or the Arabicus, and the Flacourtia cactifracta can be used as an unguent of adornment. If a fine powder is made of the above plants and applied to the wick of a lamp, which is made to burn with the oil of blue vitriol, the black pigment or lamp black produced therefrom, when applied to the eyelashes, has the effect of making a person look lovely. To the oil of the hogweed, the Echinus putescens, and the Sarina plant, the yellow amaranth, and the leaf of the nymphaea, if applied to the body, has the same effect. A black pigment from the same plants produces a similar effect. By eating the powder of the Nelumbrium speciosum, the blue lotus, and the Mesna roxburghii with ghee and honey, a man becomes lovely in the eyes of others. The above things, together with the Tabernamontana coronaria and the Xanthoscimus pictorius, if used as an ointment, produce the same results. If the bone of a peacock or of a hyena be covered with gold and tied on the right hand, it makes a man lovely in the eyes of other people. In the same way, if a bead made of the seed of the jujube or the conch shell be enchanted by the incantations mentioned in the Atharvana Veda, or by the incantations of those well skilled in the science of magic, and tied on the hand, it produces the same result as described above. When a female attendant arrives at the age of puberty, her master should keep her secluded, and when men ardently desire her on account of her seclusion and on account of the difficulty of approaching her, he should then bestow her hand on such a person as may endow her with wealth and happiness. This is a means of increasing the loveliness of a person in the eyes of others. In the same way, when the daughter of a courtesan arrives at the age of puberty, the mother should get together a lot of young men in the same age, disposition, and knowledge as her daughter, and tell them that she would give her in marriage to the person who would give her presents of a particular kind. And this, the daughter should be kept in seclusion as far as possible, and the mother should give her in marriage to the man who may be ready to give her the presents agreed upon. If the mother is unable to get so much out of the man, she should show some of her own things as having been given to the daughter by the bridegroom. Or the mother may allow her daughter to be married to the man privately, as if she was ignorant of the whole affair, and then pretending that it has come to her knowledge, she may give her consent to the union. And the daughter, too, should make herself attractive to the sons of wealthy citizens, unknown to her mother, and make them attached to her. For this purpose, should meet them at the time of learning to sing, and in places where music is played, and at the houses of other people, and then request her mother, through a female friend or servant, to be allowed to unite herself to the man who is most agreeable to her. When the daughter of a courtesan is thus given to a man, the ties of marriage should be observed for 1 year, and after that she may do what she likes. But even after the end of the year, when otherwise engaged, if she should be now and then invited by her first husband to come and see him, she should put aside her present gain and go to him for the night. Such is the mode of temporary marriage among courtesans, and of increasing their loveliness and their value in the eyes of others. What has been said about them should also be understood to apply to the daughters of dancing women, whose mothers should give them only to such persons as are like to become useful to them in various ways. Thus ends the way of making oneself lovely in the eyes of others. And we will pause this chapter here